Okay guys, welcome to my studio with this new live tutorial. Okay, this is my new free presets will be available. Let me, okay, I have to, yeah, okay, so the music is too loud. How are you guys? Nice to meet you. Nice Saturday, nice afternoon. So let's immediately go to describe this new presets will be available on the G66.eu website. There is the link also in the description. So let's run because people has no time. So I will do this. Okay, just stop. I will do this tutorial really fast because people has no time to stay. After the tutorial, I have the time to stay with you and to answer to your questions. So let's start immediately with the editor to see these new presets, MF USA MK4th G66 version. Let's say it is an old preset, free preset I realized for G66 website, but I updated to the new firmware version 6.02. So please don't tell me, oh, your preset is empty, because when the preset is empty, that means that you have not updated your Fractal FM3, FM9, FX3 to the last editor. It is every time some people download the firmware, the presets from my store. Many people told me, there is the preset is empty. Preset is empty when you have not aligned the firmware with the firmware version of the preset. So this is for version 6.02, the last firmware editor for Fractal FM3. Well, preset is let's say it seems simply, but it's not really simply because okay, there is no parallel effect. There is a really, let's say, inline rig, no special things. Okay, at the first view, but only at the first view. Mesa amp, Mesa Mark IV is, let's say, a well-known amp. It is a dream amp, let's say, but it's not easy to handle because when you select amps on the Fractal, typical Marshall amp, you get immediately the really nice sound. Sorry, with the Mesa amp is not so. Why? Because Fractal respect the reality. So in the reality, the Mesa amp doesn't sound immediately well, because you need to tweak some control, especially the EQ. Because if you don't tweak the EQ, the Mesa amp, okay, the clean is nice, but the distortion is not so good. But I will show you later on. So let's go immediately to show the rig. A rig is really simple. There is the compressor for the first and the optical sustainer. It is the last compressor. I love the optical version. Usually I use the optical compression. Now I use the sustainer as a new version of optical compressor, and not default settings, nothing special. Then I use the wah. Okay, you can activate with the modifier, with FC pedal. Okay, this is nothing new. You know very well. The main part, the core of this preset is the amp and the cabinet. I check many amp for Mesa. Is not easy. In any case, I get the 4-channel of this Magic amp. So, C number 1, it is the clean one, okay, and this is the settings for the clean. It's very nice. I suggest you to keep the gain quite pretty high. Okay. Okay, I tweak a bit the stack EQ, but okay, let's have a look on the output EQ. It is really important. With the Mesa amp, you have to tweak the output EQ. And the output EQ, it is set up with the 5-band Mark amp. So you have the same equalization, same equalizer of the typical Mesa amp. So this is the curve for the EQ. And typically, I love this sound to make a ballad sound like this. Okay. To get this, I use the compressor, I use the chorus, the 4-voice, I love this chorus, and also the delay. So, C number 5 and number 1 is the same, but the number 1 is dry, let's say. The 5, it is the same scene with the chorus and delay. So the clean is really, really nice, the Mesa clean. Really versatile. Okay, now we can go to the C number 2. It is the channel rhythm 2 part. It is a bit there is more it's a crunchy sound, let's say. So it is. You can also play with the presence shift. It changes dramatically the present effects, but also the sound. Okay, I prefer to keep this control to off. So I have the same scene on 6 with the chorus and delay. So let's go to the C number 3. It is the lead bright channel. And now it is really important, the EQ curve is changed completely, dramatically. I can show you how it works without EQ. So the EQ is really, really important, guys. so that the C number 4, it is the bright channel. It is a lead, mid, gain, bright. So you have C number 7, it is also the lead bright with the chorus and delay. And also the C number 8, there is also the drive and chorus. Really dynamic sound. What is important is in these presets, you can also tweak and you can also play with the different cabinet I selected for these presets. So the bass preset is made by Cali, 4x12 Cali, California speakers, is typical speakers for the Mesa Boogie amp. In this case, I combined two different cabinet. One is based on the microphone SM57, one on the Royer 121. It's a typical combination, let's say. I invite you to check with these presets yourself which is the best sound for you, of course. I give you some different choices. So the channel A, for example, it use the Kali. They are all factory cabinets. There are Kelly 350 close omni. This is the sound, and it changed dramatically. It's much more dark. So you can change the channel to B. Or channel G. It's based on the SM7. Or the channel D. Okay, of course you can select the cabinet you want, and if you want to keep the cabinet for all presets, I suggest you to go to the block session, go to the all scenes and set A, B, and C, because, okay, in my presets I selected the channel B because I like more this one. Okay. Okay, but if you want to the Kali 57 only, for example, you go to the block, okay, all scenes set to D, and the editor change all scenes, and you will find the D channel selected. But you can also go to the scene manager and check if the cabinet is D. You can also change manually, but it's much better than you go to the block, all scene set to B, and magically all scene set to B. This is the easy way to change immediately, because in all my presets, not only for the free preset, but also on my store, you can on my store you can find a lot of presets made by me. Also, I use not only the factory cabinets, but you have the different possibility to select the different amp, different combination. So the preset itself is not fixed, is not okay as it is. I offer you the possibility to change and to tweak yourself the preset based on your taste. Okay, because my sound is based on my finger, my taste, and so on. So your sound is different, and it's unuseful to try to get the same result. What is really important is all presets are made without any post-production. I am connected with the Fractal FM3 directly onto the audio interface. No preamp, nothing else. It's only really flat. What you hear is what you get. Absolutely. Okay, so you can also change the effect. For example, if you wanted to switch on the flange. Clean is really nice. So especially the scene number 5. Really nice. Okay, I check some questions from you. I check, ok, ciao Frankly, Kuno, Cole, ciao Yari, William Sormani, chitarra forse altina rispetto alla base, Marco, ok, no problem. Killing it, sound great, ok, from Portugal, Nuno guitars. Corbin Johnson, that lead tone is so thick. Okay, I like it. I love you, appreciate. Great sounds too, thank you so much. Ciao Marco, how are you? Can you also make a preset for Mesa Boogie Mark 1 and 3? I don't know if it is available, okay, but to me, I have a different preset. I will also make, okay, let me explain, Jacobo. Mesa amp is really, how can I say, you can, with the EQ, you can change the sound dramatically. So the sound itself, it's really, to say I want the sound of Mark 1 or Mark 2, let's say, sorry for this, but that means says nothing, because there are so many variables to create the presets. That is really impossible. What is the sound of the Mark 1 and Mark 3? What is it? So you should provide me an example, okay, to get the sound, because as I can demonstrate to you very easy. If I go to the amp section and I switch off the EQ, the sound is completely different. So what is the real sound of the Mark? So I would suggest you to open your mind and don't stay with the name, with the brand, because sometimes is useful. You stay there and you don't understand what is the real sound, because the sound itself is composed by many variables, and also what you hear from the recording, for the records, from the album, from the radio, and so is strongly and dramatically post-processed. So please, when you say create a preset with this amp or that amp, it's better to specify which kind of sound you want. It's much better, because otherwise it's really difficult to get. So, for example, this is the lead mid gain, right? But also this is the same sound, and also this is the same amp. So from your point of view, I can, which is your, so is the same of the profiler. The profiler is really difficult. I don't like so much to work with the profiler, because the profile itself depends from who realized the profile. Okay, for example, for a long time I have the Bogner Ecstasy, but I never find a good Bogner Ecstasy profile until I realized by myself my profile for the Bogner, because in my mind that is the sound of the Bogner Ecstasy, and is completely different of the sound produced by other guys that produce a profile. So it's this is a suggestion. So don't stay too much with the brand and with the amp. Get your attention on the sound you want to get. Okay, this is really important to me. So this is the one sound. Is this the mark? And this is the other sound. It's completely different. Okay. Okay. Thank you, James. Greeting from Austria, Christian Cookies. Cookies is correct. Ok. Ciao Marco, thanks for this awesome preset. Thank you so much, Fred. Luigi Vezzani, puoi anche mettere la base del pre. Vero. Ok. Grazie al suggerimento. Does anyone know where the preset will be available after the tutorial? Will be available on the G66 website. G66.eu. Also in the description there is the link. Ok, Marco Dall'Acqua, ciao. I have my Mark IV right beside me, and the Fractal model is really close. Thank you, Marco. Vince Murray, on the MK4, they have lots of switches that alter the sound, similar class A to Pento, as they're available on FM9. I don't know exactly. You have to go to the tone here, and maybe you have the presence shifter, and if you go to the ideal panels, maybe you can find, I don't know deeply the Mark IV amp. But in any case, Vince Murray, again, please, don't pay too much attention to the switches, to the controlling, to this and that. This is they are only options. Okay, pay your attention to the sound, because, for example, the cabinet. If you don't find the correct matching of the cabinet, you never get your sound. This is much more important. You stay 10 light years on the amp, and you don't pay attention to the cabinet, who is the much responsible for the sounds. For example. This is what I see sometimes with some people that stay, but also in the real life, it's not only for the digital. What I mean is not only in the digital, because digital you have many options, because you have the editor is much easier. But sometimes in the real world, I find people that stay on the amp and they don't take care about the cabinet and use really poor cabinet. And sometimes I don't understand. So the sounds itself, it is a combination of different components, but you have to take care of every component, not only on the amp. Amp is a part, like the cabinet. I mean, cabinet is much more important on the amp sometimes, is, let's say, 50-50, a bit more, because with the wrong cabinet, the amp sounds bad. Definitely. The amp sounds bad. If you don't find the correct matching with the cabinet, you can have the best amp in the world, but the sound will stay bad. Okay? With the good cabinet, you have much more probably. With the not nice amp, you have the good sound in any case. This is the reason that I consider the cabinet, because the cabinet is at the end of the line. Cabinet and microphone, because when you work with the digital world, the impulse response is the combination of the cabinet and the microphone and the position of the microphone. Okay? Good cabinet, good microphone, wrong position, no good sound. Good cabinet, good microphone, best position, the right position, let's say, you have much more probability to have the good sound, even with the poor amp. You have the best amp in the world with the poorest cabinet in the world, you never get a good sound. This is the real truth. Okay? The sound, it is a combination between amp and cabinet. It's better that you spend, like me, I spend a lot of time to check which is the cabinet. I can do an example for you, with you, for example. Okay, I can go to the cabinet, I select channel A, I select the picker cabinet, and I know Mesa amp use the Kali. Okay, so I type Kali on the search bar, and I can get all Kali amp. I select all banks, so I have all option, and I pin out the windows here. I suggest you. So I start from here. With the arrow, you can scroll down all cabinet. And you can hear how many combination you can get. And we are speaking about the same amp, the same cabinet, but different microphone and different positions. For example, I think the MD421 should be nice. Very nice. Okay, I would like to also to show you the extended version of this preset. I realize for my store it is the MF4. It's a bit different, but not so big difference. The amp is the same. The tweaking is the same, absolutely. The cabinet is different. The cabinet is based on the Giacomo Pasquali impulse responses, based on the Recto V30 cabinet, and the sound is really different. So I try to find on the wide range of impulse response available what is the best combination, and this is the. The preset itself is practically the same, but okay, with different impulse response and the different ambient effects, but. Okay, this is also the preset itself. It's really really similar. The difference is the effects are in parallel instead in series. But okay, I explain how you can do this in several tutorials. Okay, so let's check other questions. Bob Warren, ciao Bob, thank you for doing this Marco, you deal some amazing tones and always have a great advice. Thank you so much, Bob. And of course, guys, if you have a question, you can write down the question below the video, of course. Ciao Marco, ti è mai capitato che alcuni single coil con elevato bias si sentono smorzati? No, non so quale effetto stai parlando. Ok, anche perché il bias non va toccato, perché dovresti toccare il bias? Non ho capito perché dovresti andare a toccare, io il bias non l'ho mai toccato, quindi sorry. Sven Andersen, ciao Marco, could you turn up the volume of FM3 over headphone? Your voice is louder than the sound. Okay, really? So I can raise down the voice, I can switch off. Okay. Okay. So, okay, I hope you like this preset. In any case, it's free. You can download on the G66 website. If you have any question, you can write down below the video. I like if you subscribe to my YouTube channel and also the G66 YouTube channel. If you can put a like, please. You help me to share my channel around the world. Please share this live stream if you like it with your friends, and I appreciate a lot. Okay, Harry. By the way, it is G66. I don't know if it's the right place to talk about this. Sorry. By the way, your favorite amp block on Fractal? No, there is no problem. My amp block on Fractal, Stefan, is it is between. It's depend. I love Bogner because since 20 years I use Bogner amp or the Herbert one. For example, I love so much my. I can show you my Herbie amp is also available on the MF Rock Pack. This is my favorite amp, the Herbert amp or the Euro Blue or the Euro Red. But Herbert, to me, it is at the moment is really nice. But every amp is his history, guys. So let's come back to the. Okay, Mesa amp is also nice, but the important thing is. To know what you have to do to reach your sound. This is much more important. It's not a matter of amp, because more or less, okay, all amp sounds really nice, but it's up to you. What is your favorite amp based on your test, based on your playing, and so on. It was about this question about. Okay, no, it's no problem, Stefan. I know you have a Kemper. I had the Kemper many years ago. Did you try the TONEX or Quad Cortex? And is the Fractal your favorite model to use? Why do you prefer component modeling against profile? Thanks. As I already described, Stefan, because the profile is, I like the profile if I do the profiles. But to do the profiles, it is, let's say, you have to you need to have the amp, you have to tweak the amp, then to make the profile. If you want to change something, you have to remake the profiles, because profile, it is, let's say, a recorded track. It's like you recorded your guitar. And also you can make some equalization, but it is a post EQ and it's completely different. For example, is really easy. If your amp has the boost and bright switch, you cannot make the profile and try to select boost or bright switch. You have to make a new profile, okay? And also you have to make the profile with the cabinet, with some cabinet, with some microphone, with the position, and you have to test. If the day after you don't like the profile, you have to make again the profile. To work with the profiler, you have to have the real amp beside you, okay, and work first with the amp, then you can make the profile. And also, you have to know how to make the profile, because some people believe that the profiles means to put a microphone in front of the cabinet and that's it. And this is absolutely a fake, the biggest fake in the world, because you cannot do the profile putting the microphone in front and that's it. Okay, who makes the profile know very well how to do it as the gear, the proper gear to do as the preamp, make a lot of tests, different position, different angle, this and that and this and that. Okay, if you have the real gear with you, it makes sense because okay, if you have your amp and you wanted to bring your amp on stage and say, makes sense. With modeler, the discussion is completely different, because with modeler, you can create your sound and because you have the amp in your hands. The real, let's say, the virtual amp, but the virtual control has exactly the same of the real. The gain, the boost, the equalization, the tone stack, the relation between the gain and the master, it is really... And Fractal, to me, is the best modeler in the world in this moment that can give the same realistic behavior of the real amp. This is the reason that I love Fractal. Not other modeler can do this in this moment. Okay, I explain this many more. With the profiler, okay, you can have the profile. You need to have the amp, or you have to check in the world the wide range of profile available. But my experience is when I check the Bogner amp, nobody created the profile I love from the Bogner. So I have to create the Bogner profile by myself. And for the first profile, I discovered that is not absolutely easy. And I had to make a lot of tests before to get a good result. With the modeler, to me, it is much more easier because I have the amp, I select the cabinet, I can match the cabinet. When I find a range of cabinet that like me, okay, I can combine, and that's it. And what is really important to me, guys, the effects. The effects, the fractal effect are amazing. There is no modeler or profile that have the same effects like Fractal. You cannot do something preset like this, guys. I'm sorry for... Of course, you can say, I don't need... Well, it's up to you, absolutely. I don't want to if you don't need some effect, but... Okay. Who has such kind of... I can show you my last patch based on... Let me check. This is the last one. Okay, this one. To me, it's really important to have such kind of effects, because the sound is not only the sound. Okay, if you make blues, there is amp and cabinet, that's it. But if you make rock, pop, and so on, you need also really nice effects. And now Fractal, to me, is also the best. Okay. Which pickup do you use in your Tokai Love Rock stock pickup? I don't know what they are made by Tokai Basti. Okay. Really interesting. So, thank you so much. Bukur Gabriel is not a section to for that question. Sorry, we are speaking about Fractal, not for Schecter. Sorry for that. You can find a lot of way to reach me, mail, messages, and so on. Also my Discord. Thank you so much. So, guys. Thank you for your attention. You can find the preset on the G66 website. Please get it. It's free. Use it and tell me what do you think. Make your videos. Put me a tag to me. Okay, I realized this video with this preset. I loved if you do this. And okay. I thank you so much. I think the pickup are by Tokai. No, I don't know. I never worried about who makes the pickup. If the guitar sounds good, I never worry about who is the pickup builder. So this is another strange things of the guitar play. Which pickup do you? I never take care about the pickup. Sounds good. Okay. What is the pickup? I don't know. I don't take care about it. It sounds good, no problem. Okay, and I absolutely don't think that the same pickup with a different guitar sound the same. Absolutely, this is to me it is a fake. But okay, well, thank you so much, and see you next time. I would try to keep this appointment every Saturday, same time. So if you have some questions, if you have some other, please write down below the video, and I will try to fulfill your needs in terms of tutorial, in terms of tip and tricks, and so on. Every Saturday at the same time, I will try because sometimes I have some family issues and so on, but I will try to keep this appointment fixed for every week. So thank you so much, guys, and see you next time. Okay, where is I try to